So guys, if there was one thing I have realized coming back on this trip to China is that I cannot tolerate the fact of sharing my time with other people. Right? I cannot tolerate and cannot stand. And matter of fact, it makes me so angry and I feel so helpless when I share my time with those people around me who wants me to be a part of their life. And I know this may sound selfish. I know this may sound narcissistic. I know this may sound so horrible coming out in a way of ungratitude. But let me explain, guys. Alright? You cannot, in a simple way, achieve the things you want to do. You cannot simply achieve deep work while at the same time using your time for other people. Right? You cannot sit still and work on something you want to do. You cannot sit still while work at something you want to achieve, or spontaneously you are distracted by the needs of other people. You simply cannot. Right? And ever since coming back to this trip on China, by the way, I am super grateful for. I am grateful that my family has given me this opportunity to come out and do this vacation trip with them. But at the same time, I cannot do the things I want to do. Right? I cannot do the things I want to do when I want to do them. And I had allowed myself to share this wonderful experience, this wonderful family trip and vacation with them. I allowed myself to let loose, let go of my own stubbornness, let go of my routine and schedule, and allow them to be in the driver's seats, to drive me around their world, to experience their life, to experience their point of view. And I have to be frank with you guys that I am not enjoying 1 ounce of it, right? Because every single moment that I have been on the trip, every single moment that I have been on the road, it has been nothing of me wasting away my willpower and discipline. Right? It is nothing but me using my precious willpower trying to hold off the temptation of doing whatever it is that they want to do, or perhaps trying to hold off the temptation of me showing my dissatisfaction with me not able to work on the things I want to do. But don't get me wrong, I totally am grateful of this opportunity. I'm totally happy to be on this wonderful trip. And most importantly, I am very grateful and loving to be with my family. That is an undoubtable truth, and I'll never lie about that fact. But the thing is, I don't have control over my life. And when you want to be in a flow of state, to be in deep work in the craft or skill you're trying to master, you simply cannot at the same time be spontaneous with other people using your time. This is simply not going to work, right? And in doing so, I am frustrated, I am angry, I am lost in a way that I feel like life is slowly crumbling away because I am allowing a controlled factor to become uncontrollable because I choose to not control what was controllable. And because of this, guys, every single day I woke up feeling like that I have no idea what to say, right? Every single day I wake up, with this great vision, with this great dream, with this great thought, right? I want to share with you guys, I want to share with the world, but when the day starts, I go out with them, I go out with my family, perhaps go to somewhere, go shopping, go eat. By the way, which I don't eat at all. I don't eat out, so pretty much when we are at a restaurant, I just watch them eat, which is again using a lot of will. And coming back home, after a long day of just doing around and on going to places, I come back home, I go to the gym probably, and I just eat all my calories at once because it is already getting quite late and I am doing a fasted lifestyle. So it just doesn't make sense to me, right? That I give away my precious morning hours, my most precious moments in the hours, and to use it on what? Going shopping? To stare at people eat food? Like, is that really a wise decision for me to make? To, be fasted, to have great clarity, and at the same time not use that on something important, but something trifling like watching people I don't know eat their lunch or dinner perhaps, or go shopping and not buy clothes and just window shop because shit's too expensive and you are trying to work towards greatness so that you can afford the stuff you want to buy. Like, nothing in this trip makes sense to me. But in all retrospect, I have to say that this trip is very valuable to my family, which is why I am here. I'm grateful, I am appreciative, and I love to be around my family. Matter of fact, what I do is for my family in the beginning. But sometimes you have to understand, guys, that just because you know what you want is the right thing in the future does not necessarily mean the people you want to help out and the people you're doing this for understands why you're doing this for. Because at the end of the day, guys, and what I have learned on this trip, your family or your friends, whether they believe in you or not, in your dreams and aspirations, they simply just want to have a good time with you, right? They simply just want to spend time with you. They want to have fun with you. They want to connect with you. And, for that matter, I could say that I have connected with my dad on this trip, far more. And our connections has got better, being on this trip than it has ever been. And that is something I'm super grateful of. But what I understand from this connection, from this reunion and reborn, I guess you could say, is that everybody just wants to spend time with you. All right? Everybody just wants to spend time with you. And I'm not sure if you can say that as selfish, right? Maybe that is what they aspire to, maybe that is what they want to do. Maybe that is their dreams and aspirations, to be with you forever. Your family maybe just wants to be with you forever. Maybe that is what they want in life. And you don't understand that because you have this great vision that you want to go out and achieve greatness. So sometimes you have to see things from the other people's point of view and understand that nobody is being selfish and that people are always just wanting what they want at the end of the day. So call that selfish if you want. But this is just life, guys. This is just life, and sometimes you have to be the bigger man to understand that you have to step aside from your life, from your worldview, and try to see things from what other people are trying to understand themselves. And when you understand that, you may not be as mad or frustrated or short-tempered like I was. Because I was, guys. I was, and I know in the beginning of this video, I may still sound resentful, still sound, a little bit angry with what is happening. But when you learn to let go, and just allow life to take you from whatever it is that life will take you to, then there's a sense of relief that just flows away from you, right? Because I understand that we can still have time with other people. We can still share our time with other people while still having time for ourselves. And for that matter, if you don't have time for other people, then you're simply bad at managing your own time. You're simply bad at managing your own time, and perhaps you have been distracted when you are bound. And perhaps you're distracted when you are supposed to, do something important. So don't be too mad, guys. Don't be too mad and don't be too angry. Because even though at the moment I don't have too much time to work on the things I want to do, to work on the things when I'm most clear and most focused and most alive, I do have time to at least still do something. And at the end of the day, guys, that is most important. To still use your time you have left to work on your dreams. Because if you can't even work on your dreams when you have spare time left, no matter the time of day, then perhaps your dreams was never that important to begin with. So understand that, guys. Take that for the fact, and maybe stop being so lazy and stop complaining about how other people are affecting you, and start using your time more wisely. I'll see you guys tomorrow.